Don't start the song without me singing away.
Got him. I found him.
Way to go, Salward.
I awoke. The room was cold. And it was dark. I could hear the sirens outside. And the air smelled like deceit. Smoldering, burning. I rose up off the floor. I thought I better not stay here, so I headed towards the door. Outside it was a disaster scene. The people looked scared and the people looked mean. I don't know what had happened, but something was terribly wrong. Well, not knowing what to do, I just started walking slowly and carefully down the street. It seemed like an everlasting dusk, and a haze and the musk. And it was just then I saw coming up to me, and it was a dog. It was glowing green. The dog walked straight up to me. And with a little nudge of his head, he said, "Follow me." I knew for some reason I could trust the dog. It didn't bother me that I could understand his telepathic messages. So we went out around corner two. We came upon a little courtyard. The dog could feel my fear. And he turned to me and he said, "Be not afraid when dark surrounds you. Reach for the blade that stands beside you. Pull it from the stone and swing it wide. By the sword of truth, none can hide." I turned around, to my surprise. There was a sword buried in the stone. I looked at the dog, and the dog looked at me and gave me a reassuring nod. I put my hands on the sword and pulled it from the stone, and it slid right out. And it had a beautiful glow that just lit up the night. I felt less scared. And the dog said, "Very good. Now follow me." So we wandered out through the cold wasteland of what was once a beautiful city. Way out past the factories and the coal yards. The light grew darker. The fires burned on the horizon. And the dog He could tell I was anxious. And he said to me, we will find a way to heal our souls and enter into the heart. Make it a home by the sword of truth. You shall be free. What's the need to fear but the fear of need? It was just then, from up over the horizon, a three-headed dragon rose into the sky. In my hand, the sword of truth gleamed and glittering, all sparkling like. The dog was nowhere to be seen. So I leaped like I could fly, and I caught that dragon right out of the sky. And the darkness broke and the sun came back out. I knew I'd won without a doubt. Suddenly the dog was there again. But he was fading. His atomic green glow was slowly dimming. And he looked at me with a tear in his eye and said, remember these words. Be not afraid when dark surrounds you. Reach for the blade that stands beside you. Pull it from the stone. Swing it wide by the sword of truth. None can hide. We'll find a way to heal our souls. Enter into the heart. Make it our home by the sword of truth. You shall be free. What's the need to fear but the fear of need? And as I walked back into the city, all the shopkeepers sweeping up the mess, flowers started blooming on the ground, and I know the truth had just been found. So that was a dream I had, and I put it into a song, kind of, and just, did it at this little party. Only Mingo heard it. He's been requesting it for the last 10 years, so there you go, bud.